Hello everybody, welcome back to Fahima's world. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everybody's fine. I'm back again with another interesting video, and trust me, you don't want to miss out on this one. And I know the title has shocked many of you all, but try to watch the whole video so that you can get what I was talking about. Okay, so first things first, guys, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. We are growing. In just 4 months, guys, I'm getting to 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you are new and it's your first time watching my video, click the subscribe button before you even go further. I'll be really thankful and appreciative of that. So guys, let's jump into the video. How did this start? I'm going to start at the part of how I was born. My skin color complexion was dark black, like any African child. I was dark skinned, black, but I just grew up admiring light skinned people somehow. My mother is really light skinned, like the natural light skinned. Usually whenever she used to come back from work, she could be so tired, so she used to take off like her trousers and just lay down on the couch, and I used to look at my mom's legs. They were so big and brown, like very light, and I was like, oh my god, she's so beautiful. I used to just touch her hands and be like, oh my god, like I felt like we are different. Her skin was so bright and I was dark. And another person who was light skinned I used to admire was my sister. One of my big sister is also very, very much light skinned. So yeah, I used to look at her as well and be like, oh my god, these guys look so beautiful. They're light skinned, but it didn't catch me immediately to be like, I really want to brighten my skin, or I want to bleach or something like that. Not until the adolescent stages happened. Not actually adolescent, not until I reached my early 20s, you guys. The insecurities that came up in my life, they forced me to do a lot of things that were like, I'm trying to change who I am, like from being in young relationships, when you're dating someone and they're seeing other people, so you start to like compare yourself to those other girls. They're really light skinned, but that is not the reason why I bleached. How did it happen? Like, how did I come to the time when I was trying to make my skin light? I have this one cousin of mine, her name is Hadi. There's a time she traveled and came to live with me and my other sisters in Egypt. And oh my god, like when she came, her skin looked so beautiful. So beautiful, so beautiful. And I was just so inquisitive. I've always been like a girl who wants to look good. I love skin. I love when I'm looking really beautiful and glowing and my skin is healthy. So I was inquisitive. I wanted to know, what is she using? Her skin was so clear. My intention by then was to just look good. Like, I didn't want to necessarily bleach my skin. I just wanted to look good. So I told her, okay, what are you using? I also want to glow. And she gave me one cream called Bleaching. That was my first encounter with like a cream that lightens skin, and I really didn't get enough, like, she didn't tell me that this cream was going to lighten my body. In my mind, I'm just like, I'll get rid of pimples, I'll just glow like she's glowing. So she mixed for me the cream, and before you know it, almost like 1 year of me using the cream, I started to look different. Like my face was really lighter, and my arms, some parts of my body were really light. And when I realized that I'm becoming lighter, I started to feel like, okay, right now I need to balance my skin. And that is where the drama starts. That's where the negative side of trying to lighten your skin comes from, because you never get satisfied. You never get satisfied with it. I always felt like, now my face is light, I have to jump to the arms. The moment you're done with lightening your arms, you start feeling like your leg is a little bit darker. After your feet, you'll feel like, oh my god, it's a whole lot of work. That is the number one thing I considered as to why I didn't want to go deep into bleaching my skin. And I remember the other thing that made me be like, no girl, don't do it, like don't go further. By the way, guys, for your information, I have never used any creams like Carolite. And if you see my pictures, those who follow me on Instagram, I have never been like light where somebody cannot even recognize me. But some of my close friends were able to tell me that, Fahima, you have really become, like, your skin complexion is different, you look light. So there's a time where I was just so insecure, like I wanted to follow up with the beauty standards so high, and I was looking up to different things, the girls I was following on Instagram. So there's one girl called Rathi. She sells skincare products. So I hit her up in her DM and I was like, okay, I really want to lighten my... You guys, that was the height of it. Like, I felt like my other body parts were really light, except for my... I don't want to say the word, you guys, but yeah, I wanted to lighten that part of my body behind. So, and I was like, oh my god, why do I have to do this to my skin? How long am I going to continue to buy different scrubs, different lotions? It was always about that part of wanting to tone my skin, and I was hearing about the injections. And the other thing I considered was the expenses. When I was talking to this girl called Rathi on Instagram, she was telling me that just the starter pack, the pack that will tone your body from head to toe and makes you light, just a little bit of it, a tester, was 500,000 Ugandan shillings. Emitwala atano. For those of you who know Luganda, I was shocked. Imagine, you guys, just a small bottle like this, for starters, 500,000. And I was like, have always been an economical girl. Like, I think about everything before I spend my money. I was like, okay, this is what I earn monthly. If I pay my rent and do will I be able to afford these skincare products in the long run? That was the turning point for me, you guys. I was like, I will not be able to afford these skincare products, so I need to stop. And then I searched about the effects of this Carolite, Carotone, all those things that make your skin light. And guys, those things are really, really dangerous. Like, as you age, your skin will just not be strong enough. And usually if you're lightening your skin, like, not like, but bleaching, if you are bleaching your skin and a time comes, you cannot keep up with maybe the expenses of buying the products, or maybe you're just busy, you're not consistent with applying, your skin will not go back to your original dark. Like, you will go back to darker, even darker than you were before. And reading about all these people's stories, I was like, no, I don't want to do this. And thank God for maturity. You know, when you're growing up, the pressure somehow comes down a little bit. You learn to love yourself. You guys, my insecurities were so up on me that I never felt like I'm enough. Even wearing my natural hair, like how I am now, I never used to do it. I remember I usually went to the salon and my auntie was like, leave your hair to relax a little bit. You will play it after 1 week. And I was like, no, I need to get these braids done right away. Like, that was the height of insecurity. I never felt like I can be beautiful in my natural hair. I never felt like my natural skin color is enough. And the last thing, guys, that caught me and made me relax with this whole thing of lightening my skin is my religion. You guys know that I'm a Muslim, and in my religion we believe that our bodies are an amana, like they are a trust from God, and whatever we do to them we will be asked about it, you know. There's this lady that I listen to, and she always said your body is it is a trust from God. And I was like, okay, what am I going to say? Honestly, my religion grounded me a lot to not do a lot of things to my body. Have wanted to get a certain tattoo on my leg because there's a scar. In my early 20s I really wanted to get that tattoo so bad, and I was like, no, Fahima, don't do it. Your religion doesn't accept it. At the end of the day, this body is not yours, it is God's body, and it will go back to the dust and whatever. So even considering the fact of my religion, that God will ask me about whatever I do to my body, and you know, it just helped me to calm down with the pressures of this world and be like, oh, okay, I'm enough, I'm beautiful in my color, I'm beautiful with my natural everything. I don't need to lighten my skin to look beautiful. So yeah, guys, that's the story. I hope this inspires someone to just stay, you know, to love themselves. The girls who are black and they have that beautiful black, please don't let anybody lie to you. That is it. It's the black girl magic. Keep it up, don't change. I have some creams that have helped me now to maintain my skin just like this. If you guys meet me now, I'm just so like, I'm toned, and the only cream I use is that my Nature Secret cream in the Jergens and Vaseline. Simple things. The scrub I use is one coffee scrub. Before, you guys, I used to buy the papaya stuff, you know, the things that they will lighten you. But now the scrub I have, I think it is written that it helps with cracked skin, moisturizing, you know, just simple things. So that's my story, and that's how I grew from my insecurities and turned into the woman who loves herself in her own skin color, and I'm loving it. I hope this inspires all of you guys to just love yourself. Don't be insecure. Don't compare yourself to other people, you know. Black is beautiful, you are beautiful just the way you are. And always make research before you use anything, because somehow the research you make will ground you. It will protect you from using certain products. Whatever you buy, search about it on Google, whatever you can find, and see the bad effects before you put it on your skin. Yeah, thank you for watching. I love you all. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Bye bye. See you in another one.